We read the distressing numbers that you provided in your note. There's a wonderful story in this morning's, depressing story in this morning's New York Times by Ron Lieber, talking about the disparities in income between African-American households and white or non-African-American households. Even more alarming, I think, is the disparity in wealth, net worth. What specifically could the Fed do to address or redress these discrepancies?
Yeah. So the most obvious is how they conduct monetary policy. And so today, when I was listening to the announcement of what they're going to do and their forecast for the future, basically what I'm hearing is, from their standpoint, this is what they're setting the speed limit of the economy to be. And so on one hand, it was positive to hear that they're aiming to keep rates low, in that 0 to 0.25%, through 2022, and that will allow communities that need to rebuild, that were to say hit by looting, that they can hopefully get borrow at cheaper rates. It also just allows the economy to run for a longer pace, because focusing on the unemployment rate is great, but we also have to remember we have to focus on the employment population ratio. That's fallen below 50% for women, women of color, even white women. I believe it fell below 50%. And so letting the economy run with these low interest rates, and while being data dependent and looking for signs of inflation, the longer we can do that, the longer we can. That's what the Fed can do to help to ensure a balanced recovery, a recovery that all Americans experience, and a recovery where Blacks don't have to wait 10 years before their incomes retouch their incomes at the peak or the start of the Great Recession. And then the second thing that they can do is on the lending market, right? Is providing lower cost loans and opportunities for HBCUs or even land grant institutions, states that they're gonna have to do deferred maintenance because they've been pushed back due to the pandemic. So it's the monetary policy telling us what that speed's going to be, and if you look at that 4% unemployment rate, the 8% unemployment rate forecast, if you go by the sort of rules of thumb that the Black unemployment rate typically is in around 2 to 1 ratio, you're looking at then possibly an 8% unemployment rate, a 11% unemployment rate for African Americans going forward. As the economy recovers. But again, though, let's focus on that employment population ratio, because we got to get people back to work.